We have exactly a month to go until the country heads to the polls. So this morning, we're beginning our tour of the 5 Live Top 2020 marginal seats across the UK.
There's something very, very fishy about a lot of politicians. I'm here because this is one of the key marginals, Great Grimsby.
We're in Dewsbury, key battleground for the election.
I would like to see a better support network for people who are self-employed.
Today I'm in South Thanet.
Nigel Farage is going to make his 7th attempt to get a Westminster seat.
Norwich South is shaping up to be an interesting battle.
I'm really excited about this election. This one, we just don't know what's going to happen.
We're in Helensburgh in the constituency of Argyll and Bute. Beautiful place, a little bit drizzly. It won't dampen our spirits, but it may well dampen our clothes.
Whether it's Cardiff, whether it's Grimsby, whether it's Dewsbury, these places are really where it is, where it's at and where it's happening.
We're a long way from Kensington and Chelsea.
And it's important that the BBC actually reflects what's happening around the country.
I'm going to go A over TA if I'm not careful.
I like it out there meeting people. You get out, you realise who you're speaking to, and that's why it's great.
Good morning. I'm at Eltham Hill School in southeast London.
We are in Enniskillen in Northern Ireland.
Across the UK.
This is BBC 5 Live.
5 Live Drive. Hello, welcome to Stockton-on-Tees today. I'm at the Nifco factory. Because when you think of the northeast of England, you think of real heartland Labour, but this seat could go either way. So in the next hour, we'll hear what the big issues are for people working here.
The main thing is that we get somebody that will back the apprentices, because if we don't, we'll not have on a manufacturing base in the northeast.
If you want to see what it looks like here at the factory, have a look on social media.
5 Live is about reporting the news, but it's also about gathering the news and opinion from its listeners and the people out there.
We're going to go home with Roger and try and get a bit of an idea of the views of some of his friends and neighbours.
And here are Roger's friends and family. Hello.
We always have texts coming into the programme. You can email us. We're having Friday takeovers where we've got 5 Live listeners who are actually asking the questions of politicians.
It's over to our listeners for the next hour. Really, it is about you setting the agenda here.
We're live this evening in the marginal constituency of Derby North. We deliver a pizza and a politician to the home of an ordinary 5 Live listener.
Across the UK.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Tomorrow morning, we're going to be at a dog grooming parlour. What's it called?
Absolutely Woof.
Coming up today, all the issues that matter to the people of St Ives.
This is Afternoon Edition from Hastings and Rye, where every vote counts.
Election 2015. Making it clear. This is BBC 5 Live.
I'm on the Isle of Anglesey. It's also known as Ynys Môn.
I'm 20 minutes from Llanfairpwll in Gilgaresh Drobwyn Llantysilio Gogoch. OK, did you get that?
If Ed Miliband had to play a joker anyway and play it in Wales.
I like to add, it doesn't really rain on Anglesey.
It's very debatable.
There's now rain falling, but there's a rainbow right over the Irish Sea. I just did an ice cream and it was the size of my head.
If you sit in the studio all the time and you don't pick up that anecdotal evidence about what really matters to people.
We get texts coming into the programme all the time saying, ask them this, grill them on that. That's our job and it's wonderful.
I'm in the Enfield Islamic Centre. It's the 14th most deprived London borough.
Welcome to the Macron Stadium here in Bolton. There were only 92 votes between Labour and Conservative 5 years ago.
This is BBC 5 Live.
There's a revolution in British politics, and it's centred here in Scotland. You think you've been forgotten by the Labour Party?
Labour left me, I never left Labour.
Cranhill is one of the most deprived areas in Glasgow, but for that reason it's been a Labour constituency for, as long as time can remember.
There's been a massive change in politics, even since the referendum.
What guarantees can your party give us about the future of education in Scotland?
We did work in coalition to get rid of fees in Scotland.
Let's hear from the person who asked the question. Do you trust what you hear from them or not?
Yes.
That's great.
Good morning, you're listening to Election Breakfast, Friday the 8th of May.
Bottom line, David Cameron will be Prime Minister with a majority behind him.
These are the most thrilling times to do what we do, when an amazing story is unfolding. And also on this occasion, an unpredictable story. Everyone talking about a wafer-thin margin between the parties. Didn't end up like that.
How did the pollsters get this so wrong?
Canvassers were going door to door from the parties and they were all hearing porky pie after porky pie.
So who'd have thought that, to be honest? I mean, elections still have the capacity to astonish, don't they? We've got plenty to talk about, plenty of problems, just different ones.
I'll tell you what, we've been all over the country, and then you're down here, and you're talking to the pundits, you're talking to the politicians, and you're here in the shadow of the House of Commons, and then you realise this is a heck of a long way, in every sense, from Grimsby, from Argyll and Bute, and that is a real challenge